While inventing telephone, Sir Graham Bell would never have imagined that the little thing which he invented just to talk long distances will decide the future of 60% careers. Because more than 60% of the applicants get rejected over the telephone itself. But what's the need for a telephonic round? Especially when most of the questions asked will be repeated and all the information could be extracted during a face-to-face interview. The reasons are more than one, because it saves a lot of effort, time and money. Now you would ask, how all the above are achieved? Now during a telephonic round, first level screening happens where candidates are selected based on their verbal communication skills. Reconfirmation of all the factual information like qualifications, experience, etc. is done. Candidate's level of interest is assessed by judging the level of research he has already carried out. Candidate's understanding of the job description and role and his willingness to accept it as his future employment is ascertained to ensure that he would not back out after the entire process has taken place. It is also an opportunity for the candidate to ask the relevant key questions about the profile and the company, so that if something does not match up to his expectations, he can refuse to move ahead. I'll give you one tip to remember. Never think that a telephonic interview is casual. Prepare for it harder than a face-to-face, as you won't have a body language to display or cover up. Now mostly people spend a lot of time researching on internet the most frequently asked questions in telephonic interviews. But trust me, the questions asked whether on telephone or in person are more or less the same, and so are the answers expected. The fundamental difference between a telephonic interview and personal interview is that interviewer cannot see you. Hence, you have only 3 ways to impress him. Firstly, highly articulate, well thought and well researched answers to the questions asked, which you would prepare for a face-to-face round as well. Secondly, your professionalism exhibited through your telephone mannerisms. And finally, clear and crisp communication, voice clarity and tone modulation. All these 3 form your non-verbal communications. Now let me give you the 10 tips to successfully crack the telephonic interview. Always suggest a time before or after the office hours. Later is always preferable, as you would not be in a hurry to reach office or to an important meeting. Hence you would be calm and composed during the discussion. If you get a call without intimation, don't be miffed, because the moment you put up your resume, you are supposed to keep yourself available to recruiter for a telephonic call. Either carry on if you can, else politely request to set up another time stating the reason for your inconvenience, and never sound busy. Also don't sound frustrated if the caller is late, as he would be a busy person too. If it's not convenient to continue, politely request him to set up a new schedule and be available. Make sure that you are prepared. Research thoroughly before the telephonic interview, just like you would do in a face-to-face interview. Never tell your recruiter that you didn't know about the company or job description because you did not get the time to research. Well, aren't you supposed to apply to a job after the research? Avoid using cell phone, as network issues, call drops, etc. can work against you. If you can manage a landline, that would be the best option. If it's on a cell phone, keep your batteries charged and be at a place with good signal strength. If the interview is on a landline, switch off your mobile phone to avoid undue distractions or signal disturbances. Keep your resume and all other important documents spread in front of you or open in computer so that you can refer to them while answering, and don't end up making a factual mistake. Keep the relevant notes and not the complete answers so that you sound natural and not rehearsed. Keep your list of relevant questions ready. Greet positively. Smile, as it reflects positivity and the recruiter can feel a confident smile over telephone. Ask how the caller would like to be addressed. Don't straight away switch on to the first name, as you would not be aware about the seniority of the caller. Sound confident, which is possible only if you would be confident, which further would come from being prepared. And always be at a calm place, away from noise and distractions. Avoid having people around you and never chew or drink anything during the interview. Give clear and succinct answers and no single word answers, please. It shows either the lack of interest or lack of content. Don't fill in awkward silences with waffle. Never interrupt the caller. Keep a notepad and a pen ready and make the notes right after the interview is done. Always confirm and note the caller's name, his role in the company, and phone number he was calling from. Always ask about the next step at the end of the call. Send a thank you and a follow-up email, confirming your interest, and never hang up the phone first. Let the caller disconnect first. If after the call you don't feel your fitment or interest in the position, always email with a thank you note stating the reason and a request to consider you for the kind of role you would really like to pursue. And don't forget to mention that you would be interested for an interview for a more suitable role. And finally, never forget to thank the caller for his time before the call is disconnected. So prepare and rehearse, and you are all set to do a fantastic telephonic interview. Good luck.